tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Won't you tell me who's to blame.
It's time for Who's to Blame, where we take a topic or issue. One person has to argue for it, and the other person has to argue against it. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? And you try to make your best argument, and then you, the people, will decide who's better at it. So this week was Easter, and a part of Easter, we all know, forget about Jesus dying and raising from the dead. We got to get our kids out there and do an Easter egg hunt. It's more important than the actual resurrection, it seems. So I shouldn't have said. Now I'm starting to influence the argument. Okay, anyways, so one of you is going to take anti-Easter egg hunts. The other one's going to be pro. John, what are you this week?
I'm pro.
So John is for Easter egg hunts. We're going to give him just a little bit of time here, and then Lee will jump in. So John, go ahead.
Easter egg hunts. So the treasure is the egg. I think we can all agree with that. That's what they're looking for. For the first Easter, the treasure was Christ. They looked for Christ where they thought he was going to be. He was not there. But yet they still had to continue looking. And yet he was alive. What represents new life more than anything than an egg? It's an important thing. It's a very fitting comparison to the true holiday. And I believe that it's important to bring a little bit of joy and symbolism to our religions that help us understand things in a different way.
All right, so that's John 4. Lee, you're going to be
John's taking the purely religious angle, I guess.
bad way to go, but okay, Lee, go ahead.
Should I do the anti-religious angle?
You can do whatever
you
you want.
Can I talk about eggs being the source of life?
Sure, you can talk about whatever
We're not
you
the
want.
source of life. We are humans. We're not born in an egg. Anyway, I'm going to keep it real about Easter egg hunts.
Ooh.
I'm going to go about the kids, like you said earlier. Because, I mean, let's be real. The Easter egg, the brightly colored painted eggs, it's about the kids, right? And it tears me up to see the dispersion of ages. Because it's always like you want to see the little kids getting the eggs, getting the most prizes, having a good time. But there's always that one bad apple, that one old kid that's running around, pushing kids down, stealing their eggs, running from egg to egg. And it's like not letting the little kid get the eggs that they want, right? What is that teaching? What's that teaching bullies? Honestly, I'll tell you what it's teaching them. It's teaching them to steal the egg, the source of life. This is bad. And not to top it all off, as like kids don't already have enough problems, you pop open the egg and what's inside of it? Chocolate candy. That sweet, sweet sugar sound. Then those kids, they start stuffing their mouth full of sugar and they get all crazy. They get all hopped up on Easter candy. It's not good, man. It's basically making our kids addicted to sugar at a very early age.
So are you against Halloween too?
Oh, totally.
So is that your thing there?
That's my who's
All
to
right,
blame.
so that's who's to blame. Let us know if you thought one was better than the other. Here's what I know about. I've been reading a book called Finding Jesus, and it's about certain artifacts and how they got passed down, over time. And one section was about the Gospel of Mary. And it talks about Mary and how she was one of Jesus' closest disciples or whatever. Anyways, I mean, that's another day. But
We're a Wrestling Jesus podcast now, y'all.
there you go. But
we are recording in the South.
Yes.
So.
Yes. The numbers will be through the roof on this one. But anyways, it's said that after Jesus' death, Mary went and was teaching the gospel to people.
Hiding some eggs.
And she came across an emperor, I believe, and she had an egg in her hand. This is just what is written happened.
Man, we
and
just
so,
got through talking about fake news.
So the
You
emperor,
gonna come out with
so
stuff
the
like
emperor
this?
said, "I'll believe in Christ if you can make that egg red." And she closed her fist, opened the egg up, and it was red. And since that's one of the reasons why they believe we dye eggs at Easter, so
Magic?
that's pretty cool.
Black
Well,
magic?
yeah, well, I mean, it is kind of magic. I mean, big rabbits jumping around, handing out Easter eggs. I mean, it's
So what's the difference between black magic and... I mean, like, if I turned an egg to red, what would y'all say that, it's...
So all the miracles in the Bible were black magic?
I mean, what's the difference here?
John?
The difference between black magic
God.
and miracles is if it furthers the gospel of Jesus Christ, it's classified as a miracle.
Okay, so if I black magic for Jesus, it's okay.
Then it's not black magic, it's a miracle.
Right, the same thing.
There you go. That's the difference between black magic and miracle. If it didn't further the gospel, it is black magic, and that's who's to blame.
Who's to blame? Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Won't you tell me who's to blame?
All right. So that's it, man. Easter happened and went and gone.